Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I hope you've got your coffee ready. I've got my cup of coffee, this beautiful cup that I got from Be Live for their birthday. And I'm very happy to have it, even though it's a little bit heavy when it's full. I'm emptying it out. So whilst you're settling in, getting ready, to join me with the cards. Here we go, Rena. Good morning, Rena. You're here with us on the Boundy page. And it's lovely to catch the readings every morning. Thank you. Thank you. And we've got Sharon with us, Judy with us, and we've got Sarah with us already. And, oh, you love the top. Oh, thank you for that. Yeah, it's just, yeah. His clothes. I don't take much notice of my clothes. Ask one of my best friends. Shaz will tell you I'm not that much into it, or the way I look. But anyway, there you go. Look, we're here for a card reading. That's what we're here for. So it is lovely to be here. I'm hoping that my technology is working well, because I just noticed I've only got 2 bars in orange on my studio notification thing, so but that's all right. We'll keep going. If anything does happen, I'll start again straight away, but it's not going to. We're going to go over to the cards. You need to turn on your intuitive senses and your little, those, I wouldn't call them spidey senses. For those that have watched Spider-Man, you know what that is, don't you? I prefer the Yoda-isms and that sort of stuff from Star Wars, and that's even further back. We'll switch over to the cards. I just got to get my hand in the right space. Fun doing things, everything right-handed. Not quite ready with the left yet. What we've got, gorgeous cards, and I just noticed that I haven't quite got them lined up well there. I thought I had, but I must have bumped them. Whoopsie. Now you're going to get seasick. Ooh, sorry, I've got to stop playing. Oh, look, we can see them properly there, can't we? Let me get them to focus, and I'll just put this down to there instead. Then it's a bit easier to see, and I'll move them over. I think I might have put myself a bit bigger there. Let me shrink that down a tad, and we can bring them up a bit so you can see them better. What we've got is, and this is the first step, it's actually the Ciro Marchetti's Gilded Reverie Lenormand deck. I love them. As you can tell, it's the ones I use most of the time. I have managed to actually shuffle them again myself, using my hands very carefully. I'm definitely trying not to overstretch, but still exercise. So it's part of recovery with any break and muscle damage, etc., isn't it? So they are great cards today, Sharon. I noticed as I was looking at the garden coming out first, or the park card, this one in the workspace, oh, yay. It just felt right from the start that it's going to be a wonderful spread. And it is. So we've got the, which I'm just going to move that up a bit. Oh, look, I'll stop fiddling with it. Who cares? I'm just looking at that. And to me, that's distracting. So I might just put it straight under there and move that straight up there. This is the beauty of the eCam program, in that I can move things around on the fly. So that looks a bit better, doesn't it? So here we've got the park. That's actually in our workspace. What we've got then is the fish in our home space, the letter up in that unexpected, and we've got the stars in our role. And this time it's the gentleman that's in the centre as our outcome. So I absolutely loved this. As I saw the full spread there, I thought, wow, that just feels so, I don't know, oh, here's me hitting my heely. Sorry about that. I'll explain that afterwards. I just felt so heartful as I saw this spread. It just had that wonderful feeling in some sense. What do you actually feel when you're looking at this set of cards? You know, I know that emotions are something that are part of our ego type thing, and our feelings is more that soul connection, that spirit connection, you know, however you like to explain your inner being, that essence of who we are. That's where we get our feelings from, instead of just those reactive and ego-centered emotions. So I just really loved this spread. The gardens. Who doesn't like going out into a garden on a beautiful day? Even when it's wet weather, rainy type of day, it can be still a beautiful experience. Good morning, Marie. Lovely to see you here, because I know you love doing the garden walks and hugging the trees. And I just thoroughly loved seeing that crystal. The seam that you showed me. Oops, I just moved my hand wrong. I've got to be careful. Oopsie. I'm sitting still now. Here we've got the fountain, that beautiful essence of water that's the center focus before we actually get led up those steps into the pergola gazebo. That beautiful sense of luxury in this gorgeous garden in its more formal construction. There is that is the man-made in this. But we know from seeing that there's a beautiful peacock or whatever that is, lyrebird something. But we get the sense of that absolute enticement to just sit in that central space and relax and really absorb the energies of what is that natural realm, even though there is the unnatural man-made elements within it. I'm feeling, and that's where I feel that we're needing to take our guidance for our business or our workspace today to actually connect the both realms, that is constructed and that is natural. Tap into what our natural instinct is and what our gut feeling is with those things that we're doing throughout our day, each and every step, even the boring, mundane things that we've constructed as part of our workspace, as part of our business structures or anything. We're needing to actually look past that, walk up to what is, or be in that space of, opening up what the possibilities are, what is the natural, what is the base, what is we're connecting to in that energy of what our work is. Are we looking to that's the more flowing energy of the natural growth of how our business is growing, or our workspace, how we are working within it? What steps are we actually taking in the process? Are we creating more work than we need to? Can we find a different way that's going to be a easier flow, like the fountain here? It's structured and constructed so that it actually flows easily, non-stop, for as long as it's there. Is it ever turned off, or is it, it's all of that sort of sussing out what is the base, what is that, the integrity of what we're doing that keeps it going, and plan for what is within our own sense of natural, and allowing that flow to happen. It really is getting back into that connecting with self and our authentic goals, what we're wanting in our work life, because isn't that part of our living and being? We do have work, it's what we label as work, and putting it into context of what is our natural flow. So I'm feeling that so deeply. It just has that message for me. So what's it saying for you? And we've got, hi Melinda, how are you? Oh, how's my arm? Well, it's there, and I'm getting the exercise. It's, it is moving along. It's day 25 now after having the on it to fix it. Good morning, Litza. Thought I'd do that while we move over now from our beautiful workspace into the home space. And I love the fish. I think it's a wonderful card to have there today. It seems to be a natural flow of the energy from the garden into the sea. So it gives us that other natural element, and this is abundance, because we know that the fish card does represent abundance and easy flow. So it's creating that easy flow of energy again from one to the other. And, well, I do work from home and online mostly, so it certainly gives that easy flow as long as the current is going in the electric system, because all of what we have in our homes, the technology and everything, really is run by that power system, by having electricity, by having things connected and plugged in. Here we've got the natural space and place of the ocean. And, well, I'm assuming it is, going by the look of the type of fish, etc. It's really that expanse and space and a flow from one space in the world to another. It's the whole realm of what our existence is here in Mother Earth, on Mother Earth rather. And I'm just we really need to be looking after it and tapping into going back to what is our natural essence. And, the abundance is there. It doesn't have to be linked to all that we've created. Here in this scene, we've got nothing that looks like it's man-made. It's all natural. It is what Mother Nature has created. And I think we do need to, even in our homes, go back as far as we can in simplicity to bring it back to, looking after, nurturing our Mother Earth, our home space, and bringing it back to as simple as possible in whatever way we can, so that we are nurturing and looking after all that we have. And it's in abundance there. We are needing to refocus in that aspect, in that line. I'm looking at what that looks like. It's actually sunshine coming through. You know how it sparkles from the top? Yeah, waves down into and through the prisms of the water droplets and the rest. It just looks like, bring our focus back to what is more important. Otherwise we will lose our abundance. We'll have things just crash. Mother Earth will, we know that there are more earthquakes and everything happening as a result of some of what man-made, general humankind has actually done to itself in the earth. The mining and everything it creates. Anyway, that's a hobby horse of mine. I'm not going to start on that right now. We have this beautiful card really symbolizing that abundance we've got in our home space. So that natural flow, the energy, tap into what is our own natural flow is what I'm getting from that. The letter in that space now, in the unexpected. It was funny because yesterday I was only just thinking there's a lot of writing I need to be starting to be doing. And as yet, I was practicing, doing the gripping of things. I still haven't quite got it where I can grab a pen or a pencil yet. It's getting close, but that's easier to grab than a fork, for instance. So little steps, it really is little steps. And I do have a bit of some steps to go before it's fully healed. I was actually told 3 months or something before a bone actually fully heals. So, taking it easy. But it is the writing that's starting. Pop it into your day at some point. If you get a letter, there might be something that you're going to receive in your mailbox that is a letter. That just reminds me, I don't think I checked mine yesterday. But anyway, it's either receiving a letter or writing a letter. And it can be the email type stuff and the rest like that these days. But certainly have your eye open for that, or, make time to do that writing. Okay. And that's going to pop in unexpectedly. Oh, I've got Karen, you've just popped in too. So, no, it's not Karen, it's Kirsten. Need to get a bit closer to read some of this, which means after the dentist appointments are finished, I'm going to have to do my eyes next. I figure it's about my 60-year service, get everything checked up and done, all grease and all that stuff. 16, the stars, that's in our role, and it's that focus. We don't need to limit ourselves to just what is Mother Earth. We can can sense our energies further afield. We're not limited by Mother Earth. Send out your vibes and touch those stars. See which one actually shines the brightest for you and sense what that's saying for you. What's going to be your next step? What's going to be your next focus? Or even the one you're currently on to actually polish her up and shine her brighter, because it's got that sparkle to it and you're needing to put that energy there. So contact for your mum's house. Yes. Yes. Exactly, Marie. So allow those senses that you have in your intuitive, your gut feeling, whatever you want to name it, psychic abilities, tap into it and really connect with that inner self, that's right in there. And, okay, let me see. I've got the message that my time stopped working. That's interesting. I've still got myself as being live. So thank you for that, Judy. My time stopped working. Okay, for those that are over on the my time, I'll just type in a message there. Pop over to Ros Boundy's page just to finish off. If the stream has stopped for you, pop over to it's at Ros Boundy page. Okay, so Judy, there might be an issue on yours because I've got here. Oops, hang on. Oh, okay. Let me get back to there. Prue, good morning on the Be Live. So Judy, if you're on the my time, the my time's still going. So you're on my time, Prue. Nice. Thank you for popping in and letting me know that. So yeah, Sharon, you're still here. So there might be something wrong for you, particularly Judy. So you're on my time. Okay, Sarah. Yep. So it's all okay. Oh, good. Hey, lovely to know that you're all still here. That's one thing, isn't it? So stay here on my time. You don't need to go anywhere. Just something not quite right with your end of it, Judy, I would think. Don't know why. Yeah, I'm not sure why that would be. Right, what we hear, yeah. And Sharon Rooney is still saying, yeah, it's all right there still. And Judy, you must have been, must have been mine. Okay, so one day I'd like to know how to get my Be Live comments over on the eCam and the eCam over on Be Live, but, they are two completely separate programs and platforms, so understandable that we can't interact together that way, but that's all right. Judy, no need for apologies. No need for apologies at all. It's lovely that you actually pointed out something that might have been a problem. That's what I really like about these, both the My Time and the Be Live, is that we can be so interactive and connected. So thank you. That's all I'm going to say with that. So thank you. And, it really did have a focus there around the stars, little side, how the stars sparkle in the sky at night on a really clear night, and you really get those solid stars that twinkle, that really catch your eye and you can't take your eye off it. So that's where, in your role today, take notice of those that sparkle for you. And all that we had there was just one of the others sort of sparkling out of turn and showing its face, but then going away, isn't it? So good morning, good morning, Karen, over on the eCam. So you're on the Ros Boundy page. So good morning. Love those sunflowers and a lovely clover. The emojis are gorgeous, aren't they? We're given so many different ways to communicate that are meaningful, isn't it? In some way, we learn the language of what we use most often, and and that really is what is focus. What is used most often tends to be the thing that sticks out as that main focus, as the bright shiny star too, isn't it? it might pay to actually take notice of some of those little side stars and see what they have too as part of your day. Go where your intuitive senses are directing you as well. And as we're coming into that last step of our outcome, what, as a bit of a summary, or what's going to be, from the end of the day, or what in some part of the day is going to be a great outcome, the male, the masculine, the strength that's there. I'm just feeling it balances and wraps up what was yesterday's in some sense, because didn't we have the two women? The older lady and the younger lady. And this is where doing these daily spreads, it brings to me a little bit more practice of using my memory. And my kids know how much that's not always been a very good, reliable factor. They nicknamed me Dory years ago. Remembering that spread, we had the women, the whole realm of what is our feminine. And now today we're going to have that balance of what is the masculine, and it's the younger energy of the masculine. Oops, I've got to rest that. The younger essence of. So it's starting off on that freshness, that real feel of youth, almost, of the excitement. And I don't know, I'm feeling a bit, it is that strength and everybody's got testosterone, and that's what's flicking in my mind at the moment, testosterone. Just stepping into some of that energy that is the strength of the masculine side, the practicalities of the masculine side. So if you have the chance through the day today, definitely go out into your garden. Do something, tinker out there as part of your work day. If you've got an area that really is that natural feel, that getting back to nature through your work day today, take some time out to do that, even if it's just your lunch break. Get your hands in the dirt, or put your feet on Mother Earth to ground. It's a grounding card. It's really getting into that masculine energy as part of that. And even though we do feel a lot of the time that the watery elements and the rest are more the feminine energies, it's still, we have the practicality of getting our food and nourishment and all, the abundance. We do work for our living, most of us, where we are actually doing for what we are supplying as our sustainability, our sustenance and shelter and all that, because this is in the home space. So it's balancing it out by having the man there in that central card, and highly likely there's going to be a male in your day today that's going to really feel like that completion, that settlement, that outcome. So, chatting with a friend, a male friend, in that sense, or you are writing to a male friend, and all that sort of interconnection of what these cards are meaning for us today. Okay, now just got to move that back. Oh, wrong one. And so just tap into what you need to for all of these cards. See where your eye's going as the emphasis for your day today. You might want to sit and use one of those cards as a bit of a focal point. Get the real essence of the meaning that Spirit's telling you it is for your day. Even to create, if there's some sort of a phrase that comes up in your mind that's creating a mantra for you to go into a meditation or a self-hypnosis, and using what tools we have to the best that we can in how we're going to be doing our day, because we are working in, being in our day. So be who you are in it. Now, I did mention self-hypnosis and that as part of, I just want to step you through like what part of the process that I've used in moving the healing of my wrist along, because as much as there are frustrating points because I've never broken a bone before. And there have been those frustrating points, the cast and oh gosh, yeah, I hated that. And having the restricted movement, which is still happening because it's not healed fully, of course. But part of that has been using my healing and self-hypnosis for the pain reduction. I'm really happy at how when you put your mind to using the tools that we have to the best that they can be, as much as I know how to use this device and my self-hypnosis skills to the best that I can, it really is tapping and tuning into yourself, that inner self, and knowing, sussing, really gauging for yourself what you need, getting in tune with your body and trusting what spirit is letting you know in that process. So even the self-hypnosis, having the dentist drilling the teeth, instead of hearing a drill, the way I did it was triggering that drill to take me to a beautiful garden space with waterfalls, butterflies, bees, and birds singing. And that's what the drill was through that process. I was able to go through that stage of dentistry in a very peaceful, relaxed way. It's something that everybody can use as part of their tools. This Healy is something that I'm using as part of it because it's frequencies and it's things that I know work. And I was bringing this up because it's one of the things I plain forgot to do in the having this happen. Through February, there has been a promotional for the Healy that gives you a highly reduced price on purchasing one, but it only goes to the 2nd of March, and I've been so concentrating on my own process with getting this sorted and progressing to its fully healed stage, I forgot about the Healy promotion. So look for some promotional on my Boundy page. I will be putting some details up today for that. Okay, so that's the only promo I'm going to be doing. I have still got readings available, so you can always look at that website to book in. Okay, so thank you for being around for so long. It's nearly a half hour. I try to keep them to 15 minutes max. Thank you, Prue. And dentists don't bother you, but your family are scared. I had a lot of dental work in my youth, so it doesn't bother me as much as what I know it can for others. But I do practice the self-hypnosis, and it really does work. So, but it can take some practice. I've been doing it long enough now, well, long time now. 2014, I learnt hypnotherapy as a therapy to be able to help others. I mean, you can book in there for that too. But it takes practice, but not long. It doesn't take much at all to get into that stage where you can do your own self-hypnotherapy for those types of things, So, and pain reduction, pain relief. I'm going to leave it there. I don't want to keep you for half an hour every morning, but certainly keep an eye out for the Boundy page here on Facebook. I'll put a bit on my website as well as the promotionals for the Healy. That'll be on the Hypnosis Plus page. Thank you. Keep being the best you, and certainly tap into your connection with spirit and your own intuition. And we'll see you tomorrow. Namaste. Thanks, Melina. Thank you.